Hello, my beautiful English learners, and welcome back to Learn English Perfectly. I'm your host, Emma, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Whether you're walking in the park, riding the train, sitting in your room, or just relaxing with a cup of tea, this episode is just for you. Today, we're talking about something deeply personal, something powerful. The topic is fall in love with yourself first. Now, you might be wondering, what does loving yourself have to do with learning English? The answer is everything. Learning English isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about confidence. It's about belief. It's about the way you speak to yourself, especially when things are hard. So in this episode, I'm going to help you do two things at the same time. One, improve your English naturally with real vocabulary, pronunciation, and speaking exercises. 2, build a better relationship with yourself so you can speak English and live your life with more love, courage, and joy. So get cozy, get open, and get ready, because by the end of this episode, I want you to say this with your whole heart. I love myself, I believe in myself, and I speak English with love. Let's begin. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale slowly and exhale gently. Good. Let's begin with a question. What does it mean to fall in love with yourself? We're not talking about being arrogant or selfish. No, that's not self-love. Falling in love with yourself means treating yourself like someone you care about. It means looking in the mirror and saying, "Hey, I see you. You're doing your best, and I'm proud of you." Let me give you a few examples in English. I accept myself just as I am. I speak kindly to myself, even when I make mistakes. I celebrate my progress, not just perfection. Repeat those sentences after me. Let's say them together. 1. I accept myself just as I am. 2. I speak kindly to myself, even when I make mistakes. 3. I celebrate my progress, not just perfection. Nice, you sound amazing. Now, why is this important for English learners? Because if you don't love yourself, if you're always criticizing yourself, you'll never feel confident. You'll always feel afraid. And that fear will block your voice. But if you love yourself, you'll speak up, you'll try, you'll grow. So the first step in falling in love with yourself is changing the way you talk to yourself, in your heart and in your language. Let me tell you a secret that most English teachers don't talk about. Self-love is the key to speaking English fluently. Why? Let's look at a few reasons. 1. You become less afraid of mistakes. When you love yourself, mistakes don't feel scary anymore. You don't punish yourself. You laugh, you learn, you move on. For example, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid, I said the wrong word," you say, "Oops, I made a mistake. That's okay, I'm still learning." This small shift changes everything. 2. You practice more often. People who love themselves are more motivated. They say, "I'm worth the time. I deserve to improve." So they make time to study, they speak English out loud, they don't hide. 3. You enjoy the process. When you're kind to yourself, learning becomes fun, not stressful. You smile more, you play with the language, you express your real feelings. Here's something you can say to remind yourself of this. I'm not learning English to be perfect. I'm learning it to connect, to grow, and to express who I am. Say it with me. I'm not learning English to be perfect. I'm learning it to connect, to grow, and to express who I am. Wonderful. So remember this rule. The more you love yourself, the faster you learn English. Now let's talk about something we all do but need to stop. It's called negative self-talk. This is when you say mean or unkind things to yourself in your mind, especially when you're learning something difficult, like English. Here are some common examples I hear from my students all the time. 1. My English is terrible. 2. I'll never be fluent. 3. I sound stupid. 4. I'm too old to learn. 5. Other people are better than me. Sound familiar? It's okay, we've all said these things. But here's the truth. These sentences are not facts, they're stories. And if you can change the story, you can change your confidence. Let me teach you how. Let's take the first sentence. My English is terrible. Change it to, my English is improving every day. Let's try another. I'll never be fluent. Fluency takes time, and I'm on the right path. Next one. I sound stupid. My accent is part of who I am, and I'm proud of it. Feel the difference? These new sentences are not just kinder, they're more powerful because they open the door to growth. Here's your next practice. I'll say the positive sentence and you repeat after me. 1. My English is improving every day. 2. Fluency takes time, and I'm on the right path. 3. My accent is part of who I am, and I'm proud of it. 4. I am allowed to learn slowly. 5. I deserve to speak and be heard. Beautiful! You're changing your story already. Emma's real story about falling in love with herself. Listener example. Guided vocabulary and pronunciation practice. Speaking affirmations. Self-love reflection. Let me tell you a little story. This is something I've never really shared before, but I want to share it with you because I think it might help. Years ago, when I first started teaching English, I was really nervous. I worried a lot. I would ask myself questions like, am I good enough to be a teacher? Do I sound smart enough? What if my students don't like me? And you know what happened? Those negative thoughts made it harder for me to speak confidently, even though I was fluent in English. It wasn't my English level that was the problem. It was my self-love level. My inner voice was unkind, full of doubt. I remember one class where I made a small mistake in front of students. Instead of laughing and moving on, I went home and cried. I told myself, "You're not good enough. You should quit." That voice almost stopped me from doing what I love. But one day, I wrote a sentence in my journal. Just one sentence. I am proud of who I am becoming. I wrote it again and again until I started to believe it. And slowly, things changed. I became kinder to myself. I smiled more. I trusted myself. And most importantly, I became a better teacher. Because when I loved myself more, I could love my students more. And I want the same for you. Now, I want to share a story from one of our listeners. Her name is Leila. She's from Morocco, and she gave me permission to tell you her journey. When Leila first started learning English, she was shy. She never spoke in class, even when she knew the answer. Why? Because of one sentence she kept saying to herself, "I'm not smart enough to speak English." That sentence followed her everywhere for years. Then, one day, she listened to a podcast episode about self-worth. Maybe you remember that one. She wrote to me after that, and she said, "Emma, for the first time, I realized that my problem wasn't English. It was fear. And that fear came from not believing I deserved to speak." So Leila decided to do something brave. Every morning, she looked in the mirror and said, "I am smart enough. I am brave enough. I am good enough." She started speaking out loud to herself in English, even when she was alone. She recorded voice notes, she practiced daily affirmations, and one day, she stood up in her English class and told her story. Now, Leela is helping other women in her community learn English with kindness and confidence. And it all started with one thing: changing the way she spoke to herself. Now let's take a break and practice some beautiful English words that are connected to self-love. I'll explain them and then we'll repeat them together to help your pronunciation. Ready? Word 1. Worthy, meaning deserving of respect, love, or attention. Example: you are worthy of love. Repeat after me. Worthy. Now in a sentence: I am worthy of love. Great. Word 2. Compassion, meaning kindness and understanding for others and for yourself. Example: speak to yourself with compassion. Repeat after me. Compassion. Now in a sentence: I speak to myself with compassion. Well done. Word 3. Affirmation, meaning a positive sentence you say to yourself to build confidence. Example: I use affirmations every day. Repeat after me. Affirmation. Now in a sentence: I use affirmations to love myself. Perfect. Word 4. Fluent, meaning able to speak a language easily and naturally. Example: I am becoming fluent in English. Repeat after me. Fluent. Now in a sentence: I am becoming fluent in English. Amazing. Word 5. Progress, meaning forward movement or improvement. Example: I'm making progress even if it's slow. Repeat after me. Progress. Now in a sentence: I'm making progress every day. You're doing such a great job. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Now, I want to do something really special with you. Let's slow down, grab a pen and notebook, or open your notes app and write with me. We're going to do a guided English journaling session. Writing is one of the most powerful tools for learning a language and healing your heart. So I'll ask you some questions, and I want you to write your answers honestly. Don't worry about grammar. Just express yourself. Let's begin. Question 1. What do you love about yourself right now, in this moment? It could be something small, like I always try my best, or something deep, like I have a kind heart. Write your sentence now. Beautiful. Question 2. When was the last time you were proud of yourself? Describe it in 1 or 2 English sentences. Nice. Keep going. Question 3. What does your inner voice usually say to you? Is it kind or critical? Now write a new voice, one that says, you are enough. Feel that? That's your heart opening. Question 4. If you could speak to yourself like your best friend would, what would you say? Write a short message of love to yourself in English. You're doing something powerful right now, writing in English from your heart. That's real fluency. Okay, now let's make it real. You've listened, you've spoken, you've written. Now it's time for action. Here's your 7-day self-love English routine. Simple, powerful, and only 10 minutes a day. I'll walk you through it. Day 1. Morning mirror affirmations. Stand in front of the mirror, look into your eyes. Say, I am learning, I am growing, I love myself. Say it 3 times, loud, confident, even if you don't believe it yet. Day 2. Journal in English. Write 5 things you like about yourself. Write 3 ways you're improving in English. And write 1 sentence to your future self, like, you're doing great, keep going. Day 3. Voice note practice. Record a 1-minute voice message in English. Talk about your day. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. Then listen back. Say to yourself, I'm proud of me for trying. Day 4. Read with kindness. Find a short English article or podcast transcript, maybe from this episode. Read it aloud, slowly, kindly, with love. Celebrate your voice. Day 5. Listen and repeat. Choose your favorite podcast episode, yes, even this one. Play 1 minute, pause, repeat what I say. Feel your fluency grow with every word. Day 6. Write a love letter to yourself. In English, say everything you've never said. You are brave. You are strong. You are doing your best. Seal it with love. Day 7. Gratitude in English. Before bed, say 3 things you're grateful for about yourself. I'm thankful for my persistence. I'm thankful for my kindness. And I'm thankful for how hard I'm trying. That's your 7-day challenge. Easy, right? But life-changing if you do it. Will you promise to try? All right, my friend. It's time for the official challenge of the episode. Here it is. For the next 7 days, I want you to speak 1 sentence of self-love in English out loud. Every single day. Just 1 sentence every day. You can choose any of these. I am enough. I am learning English with love. I believe in myself. I deserve to speak. Say it in the mirror. And if you're feeling brave, record it. Send it to me. I would love to hear your beautiful voice. Self-love isn't just a feeling, it's a practice, and your English learning journey will bloom when your heart is blooming too. Before we finish today, I want to tell you something very personal. You are not alone. There are millions of English learners all around the world who feel just like you. They understand, they care, I care, and I want you to remember this. You don't need perfect English to be perfectly worthy. You don't need to wait until you sound fluent to love your voice. You don't need anyone else's permission to feel proud of who you are becoming. So today, fall in love with yourself first, because when you do, your English will shine brighter, your confidence will grow faster, and the world will finally hear your voice the way it was meant to be heard. Beautifully, bravely, boldly. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for learning English with your heart. And thank you for being exactly who you are. This is Emma, and I'll see you next time on Learn English Perfectly. Bye for now.